Good morning, my loves, and welcome to another vlogmas video. First things first, I can assure you this video is not going to be long like my first one. My first one's just uploading now. You'll see it before you see this one. I can assure you it's not going to be as long as that, I promise. But it was my first vlog in a while and a lot happened and I read a lot and I just had a lot to tell you, and so it was longer than I was planning. But this is not going to be as long. This is just going to be more of a chilled back vlog. So I thought I'd vlog today through till Monday, as I have got a separate vlog planned for my birthday and Christmas Eve. But yeah, anyway, today's plan for this vlog and the other days. Basically, today I'm actually going to head out. I'm just about to go out and do some Christmas shopping. The plan for today is to get Alice's bestie a Christmas present. I need to get Alice wrapping paper because I haven't got any, and I'm going to be doing some wrapping up this weekend. I need to get my grandparents Christmas cards as we're swapping it this weekend and I still haven't got them any Christmas cards. And also just get some Christmas coins to put in Alice's stocking and a couple of things to put in Alice's Christmas Eve box. So that's what I'm going to do today, Christmas shopping wise. Monday I'm going to go back out again to do Christmas shopping as I get a little bit more money paid through then. And that is literally just doing the gift cards that I want to get and just grab some booze. So that's Monday's Christmas shopping. Saturday's job, which might possibly go on to Sunday, depending on how long it takes me. But Saturday's job is to wrap up presents. I need to wrap up my mum's, as I never got to wrap up my mum's on my previous vlog because she came literally as I started, so I had to like get her to run away and pack that all up and just did my dad's instead. So I need to wrap mum's up and I need to wrap up Alice's. Now there's a lot of Alice's, so I might, it depends how achy I might do half of Alice's and then do the remaining half on Sunday, but I wouldn't mind just chilling on Sunday. So we'll see how much I can get done on Saturday, but it's basically operation wrapping presents on a weekend. But alongside that, I always watch Christmas movies when I wrap up presents, and I do also want to do some reading as well. So I've kind of gone off kilter to my December TBR at the minute, purely because I watched I've forgotten her name now. She's Princess of Paperbacks on YouTube. I've forgotten her actual name. But I watched her vlog and she was reading Santa Smut. Now, every dark romance I've read is purely from her dark romance recommendations she does, and I love them. And I did actually have, and I completely forgot about it until I saw it, I also had like seasonal romances that she suggested, like for like Halloween and Christmas. So I had some on already that were Christmas, but she did a vlog of reading Santa Smut, and I didn't know there was like an actual Santa Smut, like actual Santa Claus. Anyway, so she did a vlog, and rude, and I ended up thinking, oh, some of those books sound good, so I started reading them a couple like 2 days ago, and they were all novellas. So I managed to read about 4-5 novellas in one day. I was very proud. But I'm on a roll now. I started a book and it was actually a 4-book series, so I'm now like needing to carry on reading that series, so I've got that to do. I've got other Santa Smut, and they're all Kindle Unlimited, they're all novellas, so it's just cheap and cheerful. So I'm going to be reading Santa Smut and Christmas Smut because it's just easy novellas. I can bang them out quite quickly, and they're just a good time. They are just a good time, and I'm not in the mood to read anything heavy. I'm not in the mood to read anything that's going to take me forever because I do have a lot going on. It's like my birthday on Thursday, it's Christmas Eve. I'm not planning to, like, you know, read a chunky book and it's going to take me forever to read because I'm also busy. So we're going to be reading a mixture of Santa Smut, Christmas Smut. Basically, we're just going to read a lot of steamy books, and after Christmas, once it's all calmed down, I'll read like the remaining books that I want to read for my TBR. So that is the plan on this vlog: Christmas shopping, wrapping up presents, Christmas movies, and Christmas reading. So now I am going to go and head into town. I'm all bundled up. I've got this furry coat that I've got from H&M. I got it on a Black Friday sale, so it only cost me, I think this was £40, and I got it for 15 because I had student discount as well. Love student discount. Anyway, I'm wearing this. I've got a jumper underneath. I've also got a thermal vest underneath. I've got my leather jacket that's quite lined as well. The only thing that's quite cold is I've got leggings, and as much as I could put my tights underneath my leggings, I think it's just going to annoy me rather than anything. So my top half's warm, my bottom half isn't so much. But yeah, I'm just going to go and head out and do what I need to do, and then come home, and I will probably just do the rest of chilling and just reading my book also, because I haven't mentioned it in anywhere and I want to. The Flat Share. It was on Paramount. Didn't realise that it was on Paramount. I knew they were making a TV series. I just didn't know it was on Paramount. But it was out, and me and Mum saw it, and so we ended up watching like 1 or 2 episodes each day. And oh my god, it's so good. Like, the book was amazing. However, I can't remember what happened in the book, so my mum ended up buying it on Kindle. And because me and my mum now share the same sort of account sort of thing, like Prime, whatever she downloads for Kindle, I get it as well. So that's nice. So we actually got it to reread because we got rid of the Flat Share and the Switch actually, and now we're like, oh, we want to reread it. But oh my god, like, they kept the really important things in the series, and I'm really glad. But I couldn't remember like the ending at all. I can't remember whether that was the same as the book or not. And me and my mum, literally, I nearly was running late to get Alice. Luckily, my dad was taking me because, no joke, we were literally like, we can't stop it now. We need to watch to find out what's happening, because it literally was like, at one point, I honestly thought she wasn't going to get with Leon, and I was like, no. But it ended happily. But it was brilliant. I'm very a bit with book to TV adaptations, because sometimes they ruin the book, sometimes it's brilliant, or sometimes I prefer one version to the other. But actually, no, I really love both the book and the TV adaptation. So if you haven't watched it yet, do, because it is really good. It's just, it was just lovely, and it's one of those ones that just makes you happy. So yeah, I just thought I'd update on that because I haven't mentioned it anywhere, and I need to. But yeah, I'm now going to go and get sorted, start some Christmas shopping, and yeah, so I'll catch you later. Oh dear. See? Oh! Hello! Hello, my loves. We're back from shopping. I am exhausted, but I got what I needed. I managed to get Alice's bestie what she wants for Christmas, which was a unicorn pillow that you can colour up. Alice actually has this one that she got for her birthday from someone, but it was on the offer 2 for $20 at B&M's, and I was like, it's pointless me paying $12.99 when I can do the offer. So I ended up getting Alice. Does she need it? No, she's got quite a few Barbies and those Tiffany's as well, but hey ho. I've got all the cards I needed, although trying to find a nanny and granddad card is like not easy. I managed to find one on behalf of Alice because she's young, so it doesn't matter how young they are. But I call my nan and granddad nanny and granddad, and I couldn't find any that were adultish, so I had to go back down to just nan and granddad. It's the same with mummy and daddy. Like, I call my mum mummy and daddy. I know I'm a grown ass woman, but that's what I do. And I've had to now resort to mum and dad. I had to do it last Christmas and birthdays and stuff, but I just write what I call them. And anyway, going off kilter, trying to find wrapping paper. Oh my god. Not because there wasn't any, but purely because half the wrapping paper was damaged. I managed to get this one, which is 10 metres, and it's got stockings with like little cute animals in. There's a little hedgehog somewhere. Where are you, hedgehog? There's a hedgehog somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a little hedgehog there, and Alice likes hedgehogs, so I thought that was cute, so I've got that for her. And I've also got this baubles with else on, which is a 5 metre one, because Alice's presents I got are quite big, and I need quite a lot of wrapping paper to wrap up those big things, so I thought 15 metres surely will be okay. So I got that, but trying to find wrapping paper was awful. So you know, you have the wrapping paper with the cellophane on. Half of the cellophane was all ripped, like this one kind of had ripped, but that was just at the top, and I think that was partly me. But some of it was all ripped, all of the like cellophane that was ripped off, it was all damaged, like the wrapping paper, and I thought, I know it's wrapping paper, and I know it's just wrap up and then you take it off, but I don't want it to be damaged before I even wrap it. And there was a couple where people must have like ripped off like sheets or something. I thought, oh my god. And there was beautiful wrapping paper that would have really gone, Alice would have loved it. It was pink, and it had like Santa's grotto, like all different things there, like little toy workshop, Santa's grotto. Like, she would really have liked it. And I found two, but they were all completely damaged. Like one of it was all bent and all of that, and the other one was literally someone had ripped some of it off. But like usually it's all dotted around, so I looked everywhere around the store. No, so I ended up getting that. I thought, right, whatever. I know it was wrapping paper. Also, trying to find bags was ridiculous. Either they were like an extortion amount of money, or they were damaged. Like there was a couple that was so bent, and now I thought, blimey, there was one. I don't like that was missing out the string. Like, yeah, obviously people are like kind of a bit. But managed to do that. I've managed to get a few bits for Alice for a Christmas Eve box. So with her Christmas Eve box, I try not make it too Christmassy, purely because it's nothing for her to keep afterwards. So I always do Christmas pajamas, and I always do them so they can keep for previous Christmas. So our last Christmas pajamas, I've actually found them. I'll show you. They are soft PJs, so we actually got matching ones. Hang on. So it just says Merry Slothmas, which I got her box like that. Those Carlisle patterns on the trousers. So I actually got me and Alice elf matching pyjamas. However, I actually got Alice's pyjamas in a size 8, like age 8 to 9. And I think it's going to be too big, but I'm just going to roll it because at least I know it's going to fit her. So I've already got her them. I've already got paper chains, like, you know, Elf on a Shelf is like Elf on a Shelf on paper chains because we always do at Christmas Eve. And I've also done like those little scratch things that you get, which again is Elf on a Shelf inspired. I've also got her like a ballerina doll, but one of like the cuddly toy ballerina sort of thing. And then I've just this Star Master projector. It's only £3.50, purely because she's been asking for it and she wanted to have stars and that in her room. Now, she is sleeping in my room, but we have decided next year we are going to decorate Alice's room again, make it a bit more grown up, but do sloths. So we're going to change her wall colour and start putting like sloths, because she's obsessed with sloths, like that has not grown out. So I thought that would be nice to hopefully maybe get her back into her room. She's even got my telly in her room now. Anyway, so I've got a laugh. This hot chocolate. So it's hot chocolate and you've got marshmallow gels. So you've got 2 lots of them and 2 lots of that. Now, she doesn't like marshmallows, so I'm going to have the marshmallows, but I thought it'd be nice to have hot chocolate. And to go with it, she has got her own little snowman, but Christmas mug. And it's not heavy, and like I can fit my hand in just, but her hands are smaller, so it should be alright for her. A little funky Santa pen, like that, just like a wobbly gingerbread house, but apparently she doesn't like making them. So if she doesn't, I'll make it. And then just a little Thornton's chocolate elf. Yeah, so got that. I think I might see if I can get either a Christmas activity to do or a Christmas book. I'm swaying on a Christmas book because I always put a Christmas book or a Christmas movie in, but she's a bit picky with Christmas movies. So I think I'm going to do a Christmas book because she's loving the Christmasaurus. So I might actually buy the first book. Because we haven't got it. We're currently reading Christmasaurus and a naughty list, but it's like a complete separate story. It's not really part of the series per se. So I might put that because I always put a book or something in. But then her Christmas Eve book's done. I've got what I needed to get for Jess, her friend. I've got the cards. So Monday's job is just the last little like gift cards, booze, things like that. However, I do think I might be able to do some gifts from Amazon, which would make my life easier, so we'll see. But I also need to make sure I've got Alice's dad something. I'm just getting him a Panda TY beanie, which I've seen, because I never get anything from him. I always get him something, but I don't like going an extortionate amount, and this was like £6, so. But yeah, I'm now going to go and grab something to eat, like a chocolate or crisps, and read until I have to pick up Alice. I'm going to read, it's called Silent Night by Cassie Mint. Is the Very Merry book series. So I actually read Mistletoe Mobster, not really realising it was a series until I finished it and it came up and I was like, oh. So Mistletoe Mobster, we follow this woman who owns a bookshop and runs it. Basically, this bloke knocking on her door like a few weeks before Christmas or a couple of days before, I don't know, it was around Christmas, asking to come in. She's like, we're closed. She goes, I'm hurt, I need to blah blah blah. So she lets him in eventually. He says, oh, can I borrow your phone? I can ring my doctor. And she's like, well, I'll just get an ambulance in. He goes, no, I've got a doctor. She then starts realising that there's he's quite a dangerous man. So a doctor ends up coming in. Basically, he's part of this Italian mob. Anyway, she obviously there helps. There's like instant attraction. Both of them like each other. Anyway, he leaves, blah, 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 and he can't stop thinking about her. And he's also worried that his enemies might have followed him to his bookstore and might start attacking her. So he starts sort of stalking her in a sense, like just watching over her. Anyway, one night he was watching her because she lives above the shop, and he was watching and he thought everything was fine until he heard her scream and shout his name, and then he went barging in. The doctor who helps him was also part of the mob, got called in, and he came, and basically this person went to attack her. I can't remember their names. Anyway, he gets beaten up to pulp and dead. But the person who went and did an attack and like attempting to murder her had all these like Polaroid pictures. So it was one of her, one of this woman that was the leader of this Italian mob's sister, and also the doctor's lover that we don't know. Well, we sort of know, but yeah. Anyway, so she ends up going to this place where they all live in like part of this Italian mob, and basically they have like amazing sex and then they get married. It's like a really short novella, very steamy, but it's a series, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to carry on reading this because I'm already like intrigued about one of the side characters, which is a doctor called Ruel. Oh god. the and basically he has to take the leader of the Italian mob's sister away somewhere because obviously there's a hit on her, but it turns out that they actually like each other, or something happened. So Silent Night was following them, and I was like, well, I need to know. And then there's a third book afterwards, which is sort of, we got introduced in the first book. There's this maid, and actually the maid is a spy, and she's meant to be spying on this Italian mob and giving it back, but actually she quite fancies one of the people in the mob, so she's sort of like not doing what she's meant to do. And then the fourth book, which is not out until the 22nd of December, so I'll definitely be getting that when it's released, I think is actually the leader of the Italian mob falling in love with someone. So yeah, I'm like, it's like a 100-page book, very steamy, and I thought, yeah, I definitely want to carry on with that series. So that's what I'm going to read now. And basically I am just going to be reading Christmas Smut because I have forgotten Madison. I think her name's Madison. She's known as Princess of Paperbacks on YouTube, and she does lots of dark romance recommendations. I have notes after notes on my tablet of all of her dark romances she's read and recommended, and I've read a few and they've like blown my mind. And she did a Santa smut / Christmas smut recommendation. I'll tag it in the description just in case you want to see it. But she read some books and it got me intrigued, and I started reading some of them, and I was like, that's it, my December TBR is out the window for the minute. I'm just going to read Santa and Christmas smut because there's novellas, they don't take long, I'm having the best time with them, and I don't really want to read chunky books at the moment until after Christmas because I have so much going on that is pointless. So once Christmas is done and dusted, because Alice is then away for Boxing Day for a day, well, she's back on the 27th, like in the evening, but then she's also away back at his for New Year's. Like, she's always at his for New Year's. Works well for me because I can actually go out and get drunk if I want to do, not like I do, but I have that break then where Christmas is all over, and I've got time to properly read. So the books, like, I've got A Night Circus I need to read, or Signs Point to Yes I want to read, and 3 other books which also can tie over to January as well. But yeah, I thought I'll read them after Christmas because then it's not so much chaotic. So yeah, I'm going to read Silent Night. I'm going to grab a chocolate bar or a packet of crisps, do that until I pick Alice up from school, and then she'll be off to her dad's. But yeah, that's that. Mission for the weekend is to wrap up presents and to watch Christmas movies and read more Christmas smut. So that's the plan. I will catch up with you later on, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I might update you on my book actually later because I'm sure it won't take me long to read it. But yeah, I'm going to now put my feet up because they hurt. Good evening, my loves. I'm just about to take my makeup off and my jewellery and get ready to snuggle down and watch a Christmas movie. But I haven't updated you because it's been quite chaotic. And I've literally just got off the phone with Alice, but she's only just gotten back to her dad's because there was awful fog, so they went really, really slow, which I'm glad because, you know, he's an idiot driving. Anyway, I thought I'd come and update you on the books I've been reading. I've read a few. So I last spoke to say I was reading Silent Night by Cassie Mint, which is the Very Merry Men series that I decided to continue reading. So this one follows the Doctor, Raoul, I keep doing it the other way, it's Raoul, of the Italian mob. He's part of the mob. He's a he's a doctor for them. And Allegra, which is Santo di Rossi, which is the leader of this Italian mob. It's his sister. And basically, Allegra and Raoul, well, basically Allegra, well, all of them have got a hit on them, but Raoul is in love with Allegra, but been hiding it. And he basically suggested that she needs to be put in a safe house, and basically Allegra's brother Santo was like, you can take her. And so yeah, and basically 13 years ago they kissed, but what we didn't know until a good few pages into the book, but I didn't realise that Raoul is actually a lot older than Allegra, and so like they kissed but nothing happened, and he like stopped it. He assumed that Allegra had moved on, but no, she's like been in love with him for 13 years. Anyway, they're stuck in this safe house like for Christmas, and they're both like sort of bored. Like she's very restless, he's even restless because he's very rarely in safe houses, and so she basically plays a game where she sees if she's gonna make him squirt until like oh my god, make him squirm to see if he'll make a move. And anyway, it works. It actually was going well. I was really enjoying it. I liked the banter and the like forced proximity sort of bit, and like him really trying his hardest not to like her, like to show his feelings, but he was a big baby. There was a massive big moment where she finds out that there's a hit on everyone and no one told her, so she like ends up driving manically back to the Rossi mansion, and just as she does it, she has like a massive argument, and then a shootout happens and Raoul gets shot. And so I was like, ooh. And there was like, he got patched up, he's fine, and they had a steamy moment. But like, it just ended. It literally ended them having a steamy moment and him basically saying that they're going to go and buy a ring. There was nothing. Whereas in Mistletoe Mobster, they got married within a week of, they met a week, they got married. But like you got that sort of ending. Like I know you still see some of the characters in the other book, but not much. But you get that sort of ending. This ended abruptly, like nothing. Or they just literally had sex, pretty much. They were going to get married and have kids, but there was no like epilogue or anything. It was just this is going to happen in the future sort of thing. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, this ended a bit meh. Anyway, I picked up then the third book, which is Holly and the Henchman, and this is my favourite so far out of them. There's 4 books. The one that's out on the 22nd is The Kingspin. I can't remember I can't remember now. I'll put it here. So obviously I haven't read that one yet to know which one's my favourite out of all 4. But so far, Holly and the Henchman is my favourite. So basically, the mobster we're following is Diego, who is literally is the henchman. He's the one who does he's the one who does all of the dirty work sort of thing. And Holly is a maid for this Italian mobsters, for the mansion. However, she's actually there undercover spying, but not by choice. So basically, she was a maid working for this politician, Governor Edwards. She's not happy there, but job's a job. She's working 2 ends job and all that. And anyway, basically, she gets called in one day at work, and the governor basically gives this whole thing, and there's like a scanned picture of a baby. Turns out that her sister Ruth is pregnant with the governor's son, and he basically said, there are 2 paths you and your sister can be. The first path is that Ruth gets all the money, she gets supported, she gets a place, she won't marry to his son, but, within reason, she can, they'll have a happy life, there'll be money and all that. Basically, it's a control thing, but there's money involved. All the other route is they will get kicked on the phone, they will have no job, no money, they will have no reference to job and all that. Basically, they'll be fucked. He said, if you want the first path, then basically she needs to go and have another job. And she was like, what? And basically he said she needs to be a maid at this, obviously a maid, and get secrets from Santo di Rossi. So she does that because she has basically no choice. She's blackmailed, and she cannot afford her sister with her being pregnant and everything. Anyway, so she's been there for a month, and basically, she's not a very good spy. She's not a very good liar. And they're obviously very aware that there is a spy in the midst, and Diego thinks it's her, but he's also quite infatuated with her. Anyway, they all suspect it's her, and then Santo got the whole thing of it is her. It's funny because like there's no way Santo was going to hurt her. but he made it like it was. Like, she obviously told everyone what happened, and they all saw that she was being blackmailed, so, you know, they couldn't really punish her and all that. So in the end, they went into the governor's house, so she sort of went and sort of spied again. Basically, they left this card thing in, and what she didn't know was actually Santo had kidnapped the governor's daughter, which leads on to the next book. But I don't know, it was like, this was 5 stars purely because it was you know, she was being a spy, you know, it was secret she was protecting, and it was just the way Diego was. It was just, I don't know, it was something about their relationship. It was just, there was more character development, and there was more than just sex, in my opinion. And I also liked how it ended, to the fact that, you know, they were going to get married and have children. Like, they were going to do that very soon. And it also ended where they were making a snowman and they were taking a piss out of Santo. And then on that bit there, I've forgotten her name. The main character in the first book, she's obviously married. She pretty much said to Holly that you're my sister. Allegra, which is what we got a hint of there, is pregnant. It didn't say she was pregnant, but she was sporting a bump that wasn't really hiding under her baggy sweater. So I'm assuming that she is pregnant. But it just ended in sort of a bit like she has a family, because Holly has no family and all that. So it was sort of, apart from like a sister. So it's sort of, I don't know, it was just more thought out and more, it felt more than just steamy sex. Like, there was steamy sex in it. It just felt more developed. But they gave you a little snippet of what the 4th book's going to be about, and I don't know, I think I might enjoy that, because it's like he's sort of kidnapped her, but not in a nasty way. He's looking after her, but he's falling for her, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, this might be the enemies to lovers sort of vibe. And I do quite like the whole sort of you fall in love with your captor kind of thing within reason. So I don't know, like, it would be interesting how the 4th book plays. Whether there's going to be any more, I don't know. But the 4th book's not out until the 22nd, so I've got to wait. But I did pick up Santa's Candy Cane. I can't remember who it's by. It's just basically 28 pages, and it's basically Scarlet, alone for Christmas, no family. Well, she's got family, but they don't give a shit about her. All is strange. Anyway, she wanted to spend Christmas on her own, but her really good friend said, nope, you're having Christmas with her. Anyway, too many eggnogs. She sort of passes out, but she doesn't pass out, and basically she finds Santa. Doesn't believe he's Santa, thinks he's stealing, and he's just about to shoot off up the chimney, and she grabs him, and that's all she remembers until she wakes up, and she's basically in Santo's grotto, in Santa's bed. It turns out that basically, because she grabbed hold of him and she's gone into his actual place, it means now that they're married, like they're Santa's magic law, they're married. And she has an option. She can either stay and age like she does, or she can consume their marriage, and she can grow old but very slowly, like, you know, like what Santa does. And there's this one bit, which is what I've forgotten the name, Thingy said when she did her review. Basically, his tastes of peppermint. It's so bad, but it's so good. Like, literally, it's probably gonna be a 5-star just because it's so entertaining. But it's so bad, it's so ridiculous, and so bonkers and out there. But I just, for the sheer enjoyment, it has to be 5 stars. So yeah, I've read 3 books. They're only like short books, but yeah. But I'm now going to watch something from Tiffany's. Is it what it's called? The new thing that's on Prime. Everyone's been raving about, but I'm going to be watching that now. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'll probably check in tomorrow at some point. But now I'm going to chill and then probably pass out because I have got the doctors at 9:30 in the morning. Fun times. Good morning, my loves. I'm back from the doctors. It was really good. I still probably want to go back to my normal doctors and get some hormonal bloods done, because I also am not 100% sure whether I might be starting premenopause. My mum started early, so it is in the family kind of thing. But anyway, it was good. Have been, and I kind of suspected I might have it when I read up a bit, but basically a friend mentioned that she finally got diagnosed with PMDD. I'll put the whole name on, but it's sort of like PMS, but worse. It's more something that really affects your mental health and your like daily lifestyle and stuff like that. And I never heard of it until she said, and then we obviously looked into it and talked to her, and all the symptoms, it was me to a T. So I obviously wanted to talk about my mental health because I don't think my antidepressants are working so much. and also to see whether I have got this or whether I'm just crazy. So he agreed that yes, it sounds like I have got PMDD. I pretty much have all of the symptoms, and he said how they actually treat it is it's a combination. They like to do it with antidepressant sort of things, and they also say like certain contraception can also help. Contraception for me was a no-no. I'm not with anyone, so I'm not, getting any. And also I have enough medication and things in. It sort of would be I have to stop other medications, or it could like cause problems with medications, and to go on other medications for my Crohn's if I ever need to change it. But also I have been on some contraception once I had Alice before my Crohn's, and a lot of it messed up my periods. So literally having Alice, by some sheer fluke, she managed to make my periods on time. I used to be like late. I used to be either really, really late or really, really early. I never was on time. It was so up there. I just didn't know when. As of now, I know I'm going to either be dead on or like 2-3 days late. But, and so I was like, I don't want to mess that up, because it does. It really can come out of the blue and it annoys me. Anyway, so I said no to that, but he did agree to put me on different antidepressants alongside what I'm on, because he said that's what they do in regards to people on antidepressants and going on other antidepressants to help with the PMDD. So I'm staying on my mirtazapine, but I'm going on a lower dose. So I'm currently on the highest dose, which is 45. He's going to be putting me down to 15, and then I'm going to be having sertraline, which I did have literally for a month when I had Alice, but they gave me something stronger. I think it was because I was breastfeeding and I couldn't have that antidepressant while I was breastfeeding, I think, so I had to stop and go on something else, and I've been on that ever since. But so I'm going on sertraline, and I'm on 50, which I'm not sure whether it's the highest dose or not. So I will be getting that on Monday, because my pharmacy's closed, so I'll be getting that on Monday. I have to taper down my mirtazapine, so I have to be, for 1 week, be on 30, and then the following week go down to 15, and then I can start my sertraline then. But he said that should help. But he did say that my mood may dip, or like I could be a bit up and down, just because I'm on something different, and it's just, a different sort of thing to do. But he said that should help. But I am planning to, after the new year, see my actual GP and ask for a proper hormonal bloods done, because I'm not also 100% sure whether I might be premenopausal. My mum was started menopause when she was 44, and then she had a hysterectomy when she was 45. For a reason, but also because she was going through the menopause. She was like, why not? And it does run in the family of getting it early. So, there are sort of certain symptoms where I'm thinking that could be me too. So I want to have a full hormonal check, even if I have to go and get it done and have to pay for it. But I just feel like that might answer some questions, because if I am going through the early menopause, that also makes sense. But yeah, so it was good overall. I'm glad I got listened to, and I'm starting something new, so we'll see if that works. Now, this is the setup. That's my mum's. So that lot is all my mum's presents that I am going to wrap up first. This is all Alice's. So that little section here is for her Christmas Eve box, which I can't find at the minute, but I'm not wrapping it up, but I bought that there anyway. This Mama Surprise guinea pig, Spot the guinea pig, is from Santa. So that's Mummy, and like at the top sort of thing there, her babies, and it's like an interactive thing. You have to look after them, and if you're doing a great job, then the babies come. I've got new Play-Doh, a whole set thing, because she loves it. I've also got glitter one, because she wants. I got a little squishy sloth, because she loves. I have a Pets Alive hamster cage and wheel, because we got given a hamster for a birthday and she loves it. So I thought that would be quite cute, because they interact in a cage. I decided to do that as a present rather than putting it in the Christmas Eve box, because I don't think it's going to fit. I've got this. It's just like her big main gift, because it cost me a bomb. And then it went down in price, and then down in price, and then it went to like 50 quid from Black Friday, and I was very peeved off. But anyway, this is Lego Friends Theatre. I bought it, and then when I told my friend what I bought for Alice, she said that she's got it for her kids, and she said it was amazing to put up, but sometimes Lego isn't very interactive. She said this was really good to interact and everything, and she said like the kids have had so much play from it, and it's like a really good one, so I'm glad she said that. I also got this Lego Friends, it's a disco, so it's a little karaoke. Here we got a little bowling thing, which she'll love, and then here's like a little arcade thing. I've then got a Lego City Stunts, so my mum's got Alice a couple of these, and you can collect all of like the stunts, and you can make like one big like stunt arena. So I got her this one because it looks quite cool. I've got her baby born brother because we've got the sister and she keeps saying she wants a brother. So this actually I managed to get a Black Friday sale and got it for, it went down to 30, but I also had a discount, and I managed to get it for 25, so that was a bargain. Barbie in a wheelchair because I'm trying to make her have some, you know, I don't want them just to be white, so I've got a wheelchair one and that. I've also got another Barbie with a doggy purely because she loves dogs. We've got Barbie Chelsea. You would have saw that there's 2 Barbie Chelseas in a stocking. The bike one that I bought yesterday, and that's the hoverboard, which you can't really see, but it's remote control. So yeah, we've got a lot of, got a toffee nut latte because I've run out of my caramel, so I'm going to drink that. And if it comes up, we are going to be Home Alone, because I don't have Prime on this TV and I wanted to watch The Grinch, but I've been wanting to watch Home Alone and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I found it on Disney, so we're going to be watching that while we up. So that is the plan, and I'm going to get going now because I want to do Mum's before she comes home. So I'll check in later. I have a bugbear and it's really driving me insane. Flipping stickers on books, on toys. Why do we need like 3 loads of stickers? Why can't you have like a tag like clothes where you can rip off? Why put sticky stickers that you can't fucking take off? Literally, it's taken me 5 minutes just to try and peel it off, and I'm doing a worse job than I am. Good evening. I'm absolutely exhausted, stressed, tired, aching everywhere, but the presents are done. There you are. So, in this big bag has got all of Alice's Lego. Those 2 bags are like a mix match of her Barbies and stuff like that. This one is obviously a Christmas Eve box, and then those 2 are what I can't fit in. That one's Play-Doh and it's so heavy. And we ended up buying this bag to try and get that bugger in, but it won't fit. But it managed to fit the TY Sloth Squashmallow, which feels like a pillow, and I'm not going to lie, I really want it. For Santa's one, my mum remembered that she got our friend Holly, who does textile stuff, to make badges, so she's got that one, and she's done also a little envelope that's tied up to put a message in, which I'm going to do, and then we've just got a bow and dangly things to stick on. My mum said she will look for another bag if I want, but I'm just going to do it like that, purely because actually she has a gift to play with straight away while we all get ready, because obviously we always open our stocking presents first. We have breakfast and then we all get ready and then open up all of our Christmas gifts. Now, as it doesn't take ages, neither do my parents. I'm the one who takes the longest because I always get dolled up, do my hair and do my makeup. So it's usually everyone's waiting around for me. I'll try to be quick. So actually having a toy that she can open up and play with straight away, probably good so she's not waiting around. So yeah, done in that department. My parents' presents are under the tree, so I'll quickly do a little montage of that. I do have presents to still get and to wrap up. I need to get, I don't know, I'm getting my mum and dad some booze. I need to get my best friend something for Christmas because I'm seeing her. I already know what I'm going to get her. I have seen a few things on Amazon that I want to get, but I'm now like, I have to double check that it is Amazon and not using Royal Mail, because I bought Alice a Barbie like reveal, and like the reveal is a Barbie in a sloth costume, and it cost me 25 quid because the sloth one's quite like a special edition sort of thing. So I got it and bought it in November, and it said it was going to come between the 10th and the 13th of December. So I got an email to say it had been dispatched on the 2nd, and that's when I looked because it gave me a Royal Mail tracking, and I was like, hold on, it's from Amazon, why am I doing Royal Mail? Turns out that Amazon was sending it, but it's not, like, it's from another company, and the company's courier they were using was Royal Mail. So I was like, okay, this is either going to come or not. So I've been checking that, and a couple of days ago I said that it was on its way, never came. And then the following day, and then I looked and said it'd been delayed, it was coming the day after it was meant to come, still hasn't come. So I checked while I was wrapping up the presents thinking, oh, I'll just see, and it's now saying from Amazon, your order might be lost. And so I've ended up contacting like Amazon and them doing the seller at the same time to say, I haven't received it, I want a refund, because there's no chance it's going to come, especially if it's from Royal Mail. There's no way it's coming. My mum ordered stuff like over a month ago, she says like about a month and a half, and she's still not received anything. So my mum's had to go mad dash to get me cards, because she got cards from Etsy, they haven't come, even though it was something she bought from Etsy at the same day came, but that isn't. So yeah, my mum had a mad dash. So I'm hoping my mum will get her stuff at some point, even if it's later on. But I don't think I'm going to get anything with this Barbie, and I don't honestly think I'm going to get my money back either. I got a reply back from the sellers saying, we're away, but we'll be back on Monday, so we'll reply to you then. I was like, yeah, whatever. So if I get a reply and I do get money back, that's brilliant, but I don't see it happening. I never tend to get any refunds back from Amazon. So yeah, but we're done, and I am having a lasagna for tea. I'm going to have my last can of cider, and I am doing absolutely soddle for the rest of the evening, but I do need to sort out this shit tip. I can't get into bed otherwise, so that's the plan, and then I can sit down. But I'm done finally. It's just obviously got last bits on Monday, but that's not really big wrapping up, so I just want it all done and dusted now. My love, it's Sunday. It means my daughter's home. It also means chill Sunday, because Sundays I always do absolutely jack all. I've got my coffee. My mum bought me some more sugar and caramel lattes, so I am very happy. It means I can have my daily coffees. I'm needed today because I don't know why, but I've woken up and I'm ready to go back to bed, if I'm going to be totally honest. I think, and I don't know why, I think it's probably just the amount of stuff I've been doing the last couple of days. I'm one of those people who I don't get tired until like the end of the week, where I do nothing, and then that's when I'm like, ugh. But yeah, I'm a bit exhausted, so I'm glad I've got my coffee. I didn't actually do much last night. I ended up watching Strictly Finals. Very glad that I've forgotten his name, won. But that was on for like God knows how long, and then I ended up going to bed really early, which is shocking considering I had a lie-in and I still feel tired. So anyway, but the plan today is I'm home alone. I'm just me and Maisie. I'm going to read for a bit, and then my mum says she wants to wrap my birthday presents up, so I'm going to have to like go somewhere. So I said, oh, I might tidy my workspace up, because at the moment it's just a dumping ground of everything, just so it's all ready and everything before I start uni, because I don't really want to have to do it like, you know, before I start uni. It's going to be annoying. I think if I have it all done, you know, it means I can start doing some stuff upstairs now. But yeah, so I think I'm going to do that when Mum wants to wrap up my presents. But yeah, I'm going to read. I think I'm going to read the next 2, maybe 3 books that are on my Kindle, that are like smutty Christmas romances. I think I might read those 3, talk about them, and I think I'm going to end this vlog because Alice comes later on this afternoon. And tomorrow I was going to take you with me for last minute Christmas shopping and last minute wrapping, but I think I might see if I can take Alice with me, just so it gives my mum a chance to do things that she needs to do. And that just means I won't really vlog much because I'll be paying attention to what my child's doing. So I think I'm going to read the next 2, 3 books that are on my Kindle, because they're only novellas, talk about them, because I haven't really done much talking about books or any book stuff really, and then end this vlog. Yeah, so I'm going to go and have my coffee. I'm going to go and grab some cereal and have some breakfast. I don't usually eat breakfast when I'm hungry. Read a bit, and then when my mum and dad come home, I will shoot off to do my tidying up my workspace, so I'll probably end it before I start that. But yeah, so I'm currently reading, I tried starting reading it yesterday, but I was promptly falling asleep through it. but I started reading just a stupid book, Falling for Snowmen. It's a woman who I think's a witch or something, or she got a spell from a witch, one of the two, to try and get herself a man. And it wasn't working, but I'm guessing it did work because those potions turned a snowman, but there's like 4 men in it or something. I don't really know the whole plot line to it, but I know Princess of Paperbacks, I keep forgetting her name, it's really annoying me. She read it and she hated it. She said it was just so stupid, but I just want to read it just to see what it is like going to be about. So I think I've got that, and I think the next book is it's Tinsel something. I can't remember, but I'll read that next, and I have an option of what the third book will be. I just don't know quite yet which one I'm going for. But yeah, so I'm going to go and grab my cereal, and I'm going to sit and just read for a bit, and then end the vlog. So let's go and do some reading, guys. Puppy, okay. Next to the radiator. Yeah. Alright. Puppy. You know, puppy. I love you. I love you. Yeah. Come on, snuggle in. Alright. How does this make sense? Okay. She's just met the snowman. This is what he sounds like. There, standing in the middle of the kitchen, was a snowman. I don't mean the abominable type. I mean the kind made with snowballs. He wore a beanie in the same shade of blue as a failed potion, and a scarf to match. In the middle of his face was a nose that looked to be made of snow. Above that was a pair of dark, shining eyes. His mouth was a slash in the snow across his face, but shaded slightly blue, like he had cold lips. His arms looked like regular sticks, but the twigs at the end were spaced and shaped like hands and fingers. Says whoever made him clearly wanted him to look as real as possible. No carrot nose for this creation. What the hell? This is just not normal. Like, fair enough. The main character, Liz, is a witch. And this is obviously going to be like a paranormal book, but this is just bonkers by any standard. There are 3 snowmen, and there, you know, is like an icicle, but not icicle. This is so wrong in so many ways. I don't know what I'm reading right now. Like, really? I know, like, this is just fiction and everything, but this is like completely unbelievable. Like, full blown, never would happen. Oh no. Oh. I'm sorry, this is the most weirdest book I've ever read, and I feel really embarrassed talking about it. So I just finished Taken by the Snowman by Maggie Alabaster. That's the most bonkers book I've ever read. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's too bonkers. I given it 1 star. It's just random. Like, she wanted the perfect man and she ends up getting 3 snowmen. Like, each and all. Like, I suppose in some sense this book has that little message of it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, it's what matters on the inside sort of things. I kind of got that message through the book, but it was just so weird, like, too weird. But certainly if you want to just have like something very random and just to giggle your head off or how bonkers it is, just read this book. It's only 28 pages, I think. I don't know, 39 pages. Yeah, 39 pages. So yeah, if you just want something to make you giggle and something that's bonkers and out there, definitely just pick this up for fun. Now I am going to read Tangled in Tinsel by Trelina Pusey. I must admit, this is the most festive a romance cover I've got so far, but we're going to be reading that. I don't know what this is about, so let's just go from there. I've got Jack Frost on, and I can't look at the snowman the same way after reading that snowman book. I literally watching it, I just laughed out loud thinking, oh no, snowmen from now on are literally tarnished. I just literally just watched it and my instant thought was from the book, and I don't think I can look at snowmen in the right way anymore. Okay, I've just put on clothes, exactly the same stuff I wore on yesterday. I thought I'd best actually get slightly dressed since it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. But I'm reading Tangled in Tinsel. I thought it was just a little short, like, little novella, but it's actually 253 pages, so it's a little bit longer than all of the other ones I've read. And what's this bit of hair doing? But oh my god, this is the best Christmas smut one I've read so far. Like, A Plight Before Christmas is like the perfect Christmas story for me, like through and through. There was smut in it as well, but this one is just sheer Christmas smut, and I'm vibing with it. We have Samantha as an interior designer, and she's literally decorating these 4 men like a Christmas, but also they're doing like a New Year's Eve party. But basically these men, without getting myself cut off from YouTube, they like to together, and they're not afraid of sharing, not afraid to, I've just taken my earring out, they're not afraid to you know, do stuff together. I'm really loving this book. It's so good, and it's, yeah, I'm vibing with it. So it's a lot longer. What's going on with my earring? It's a lot longer than the others. So I think I am going to read that, finish it, and then end this vlog. Just to finish this vlog with like a massive big bang in regards to the book. So yeah, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I won't be able to talk much about it because, like I said, I'm going to be taken off YouTube if I carry on. But yeah, if you like, yeah, it's so good. I know, and it's not. What I really love about this, actually, I completely like why I haven't said it, but what I really like about this book is the main character Samantha. There's no description of her, and I put obviously a b-roll of it, but the author actually said that she did that for a reason. She didn't want Samantha to have any description because she wanted anyone who reads the book, female or not, to picture them or whatever they want to picture, rather than having, you know, a particular person that's described. So like all we know is that she's cute, which is what the men have said. So yeah, I really like that, and that's what I like about it's like different, and I quite like it. You know, we have the description of the blokes, but not of her. But it's really good, and it's actually, there's a lot of character depth in it, in my opinion. It's not just boom. There's actually, I wouldn't say there's a plot so much. There's a massive big snowstorm. She can't go home, so she's stuck there. There's not like a big plot in it, but I like this is annoying me. I like the fact that we have a lot of character depth. It's not just, you know, sheer. But yeah, I'm loving this book, so I am going to continue reading it, and then when I finish it, I'll give you my final thoughts within reason. And then I'll end this vlog because I feel like if I end it on a high with this book, it'd be good. But yeah, I'm thoroughly loving it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this one as much as I am, but I really am. So if you want a good like Christmas romance that's quite different to just having one person and the other person, and it's one person with four, then this one's for you.